between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Okay, ready?
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Check. That's ready.
Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and Fannin has it. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort. Out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Ready?
First and goal at
60
the
Eagles,
5-yard
60 Panther 11, 19 Lions. Ready?
From the red zone on 1st. That one's incomplete in the end zone. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. On the give, here's Judkins. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Ready?
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Going power with a big tight end. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's now 4th and goal.
Ready?
He gets one final shot here. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Browns will jump back to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Finds Edwards underneath. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route, 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. No surprises here. They declined that holding call, and they're going to hang on to that interception. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Buffalo 18. Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 25. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the gun, Judkins. And he's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safe call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Deputy Ranger, Deputy! Deputy Lions!
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. And he's going to score a touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 13-0 lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. One after from Carlson is up and good. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Escapes the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
One's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Having gained about a handful there. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and short here, Sanders. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that is Cox. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Nico Collins with the touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
18, Pioneers. Panther 60, Panther 6, 19, Lions.
3rd and long for him here. Buying some time right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
Their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They'll start the drive with Edwards. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. Oh, he loses the football. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football.
Recovered by the offense.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Play action, McCarthy. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Edwards off his own read. And take him down right along the 30. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You love a huddle. You really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. First and 10. It's McCarthy. This one's caught. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10.
70, go.
To the air, Sanders. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready? Hawk 7, Warriors 70. 65.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Completed over the middle. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Dragon 60.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact separated man from ball. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Running behind center with a far off a tackle, but he lost the football! And this is going to be Browns football! Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Good for a Browns first down.
19 Lions.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Sanders back to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Throw is caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
From the gun on 3rd down. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
Here's Carlson to kick off.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Vacates quickly left side. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action now, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go, set.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
And the Ravens first down.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
Running once more with Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Now a give to Edwards, running left. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
24, Ravens 19.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
60 back. Ready. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
So To the air on first down. Sanders. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those...
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call.
Here we go, stack. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70
On first down, here's Sanders. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down. Throwing again here, Sanders. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns push the lead up to 12. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Let's go. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete beyond the marker. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The final throw before the break. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Edwards. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now they face second down.
Second down and 10.
McCarthy looking to throw. It's a screen play to Edwards. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Out of the gun, Henry. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second 10.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Look at this option play now on second down. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 6. And the Raven first down.
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Second down now, they need 7.
Second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First and 10. It's McCarthy. Brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
19, Tiger.
Third down from the gun. McCarthy. On the move. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Sanders back to throw. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First down.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
Come on. Buffalo 18, Cougar 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Mustang 19. Let go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Caught quickly on the slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
Grab 60, grab 60.
At the 40-yard line.
Warriors 70, 60 Bobcats, 6.
Sanders going to throw here on first. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Buys time, rolling right. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
On the screen, this is Sampson. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Carlson on for the field goal. A 52.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the third.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Henry on the option. No one's around him. He's got space. Past the 35. Hits the 20. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead on the first play of the drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action, Sanders. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
60 by 18, Pioneer. Panther 11,
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Cup 19.
Sanders now on 3rd down. He had it for What a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he'll at least get this to register as inside the 20 on the stat sheet, as this is down at the 19-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's into the hands of Edwards. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. All set to go now from the 35. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Flying down the middle with Henry. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker, 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Looking to throw. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. All set now. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, he lost the football. And they scoop it up. Time to push the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
A give to Edwards. And he gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
They snap it to McCarthy. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4th.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action now, McCarthy. Headed out right. Put the body on the line for his team. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, McCarthy to throw. And he's got it. It's in close. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
11 more yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
Trying to run with Henry. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Looking quickly here. He gets it again. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a third down at your own one. Yikes.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Taking a deep shot here. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
79 Broncos.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there and extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Going deep here for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Let's go. Panther 11, Panther 19, Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Sends this to the end zone. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns get it back to within 6.
47, Browns 41.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Buying some time left. Going all the way to the end zone here. They did it! He made the interception! Martin Emerson with the pick.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. To throw now is Sanders. A little screen pass for Judkins. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him
He
back.
lays out for it and makes the catch. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Cut out left. And this one doesn't go far. Working quickly here.
4 yards on the pickup.
19, Tiger, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
42-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19, Lions. 18, Pipe.
Working out of the gun, Sanders escapes the pocket. But he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Looking downfield, and Fannin has it. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Judkins. And not much space available there, maybe 2, and that brings up 3rd down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They trying to figure out this 3rd and 7.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Warrior 70, Dragon 60.
He's back to throw. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns come through to tie it in the 4th. They have this try now to put them in front late. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set them up with a fresh set of downs. We get to Henry on the inside handoff. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Here he is to throw. Rolling out to his left. Trying to push deep downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have taken the lead late. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage. He rolls to his right. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. Right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Browns bring it back to even. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. On the move. McCarthy hit. He lost the football. And the Browns pick it up. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
And I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have two hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, they took advantage.
Great spot to start a drive in here. The Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Looking slant route, complete. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
McCarthy looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, 70 line, 60 Maverick, 60 18, Pioneer, 79 Gross.
Sanders going to look to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. To the air, Sanders. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires.
Carlson on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
That one is good. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it.